Shit. Ah. Awkward silence. Hold on a second. Oh my god. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, that's right. I was going to my mailbox. One person. Hello, Gumby. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I am. Oh my god. What a long weekend. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Day late. Hope everybody had a great Mother's Day yesterday. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Out walking dogs when I got a notification. Oh, good, good. Hey, Monica. Hello, Cool Gamer, Sweet Pea, and Wonder Twin, and Queen Bella, and Freeside, Cherish. How's everybody doing? How was your Mother's Day weekend, guys? I had spent my Mother's Day, and the only place I spend my life is in a hockey rink. So, but that's all right. There's no place, honestly, that I'd rather be than watching my son play hockey. To be quite honest with you, he better just remember this shit when he gets older. That we sacrificed a lot of shit for him. Mother's Days, Father's Days, and everything in between for his hockey career. Hey, Purple Rain. Hey, Anastasia. Good morning. Hey, Band-Aid. Well, it's afternoon now. Hey, Queen Bella. I just got back from picking Ovi up from the dog boarding place. So he'll be sleeping for a couple hours. He's always shy. I stopped home on the way home to get him a new collar because his collar, he had officially outgrown his other collar. So it was wonderful for the most part. Missing one was eerie, not hearing from. Why? What happened? Ooh, you went to Vegas? That's awesome. And you saw Katy Perry with my mom and sister. She puts on a good show, right? That's awesome. That's a great way to spend your Mother's Day. Awesome. We had a good day though. We just sat in a lot of traffic yesterday. So that was fun. I used to spend it on the soccer field. It was a Mother's Day weekend tournament. I was relieved at first, but miss it now. Yeah, you know what though? I didn't mind. But the only thing that I minded was, I was like, what genius did this? Scheduled a tournament on Mother's Day weekend. Not because me, but because I knew there was going to be a lot of traffic coming home, because people are out and about for Mother's Day, and it was beautiful out yesterday. So, the more people that are out. So I missed I don't know what happened on YouTube this weekend because I literally didn't watch anything. So I have no idea what was going on. I mean, I caught a couple of clips here and there of certain lives. I had no idea that Laura went up on panel with Wendy and Randy. That was interesting. He passed a week. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cherish. Aw, I'm sorry, girl. That's got to be hard. You know what? I should have included that in my post yesterday. Because I was like, if you have your mother, hug her, and if you don't, I feel your pain. But I didn't even think of the mothers who lost children. And that's that pain. My brother brought me a flight to go see my mom and kids this summer. Oh, that's awesome. Soapgate, what happened with that? We had tournaments every Mother's Day. We give them a mom's. Aw. Yeah, we didn't get anything. Men are running these tournaments. You think you're going to get anything? But my son they brought home the gold medal, first place in one division yesterday. So that was nice. Because that one was oh my God. We had a game at 7:40 in the morning yesterday. And then I think another game at 10. And then we had to sit around and wait for the championship game all the way until almost 4:00. And I was like, if these kids don't freaking win today, I'm going to kill them now. I was like, oh my God, they better win. They better make it worth our wait for sitting around all day, because I could have been home laying on my couch and relaxing. But yeah, it was well worth the wait staying there for the whole day. So Dolly doesn't make his own soap? No way. Stop it. Well, that's kind of good to know, to be honest with you. Wait, but was he like trying to make it like he was making his own soap? Like, was he trying to pretend he was making it and telling people he was making it? And now you come to find out that he, in fact, wasn't making it. And where's the proof that he wasn't making it? Well, how do we find this out? I don't follow that guy. I'm sorry. I just, thank you, Jules. I don't follow that guy because I just like, I don't know. There's certain people here that like a lot of people follow that I just don't like get the, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the intrigue is with that guy, you know, like, I don't understand it. I don't find him all that entertaining, but there's a lot of people like that on here that I just like don't understand why so many people follow them. Like that what's that lady? The recliner lady. Like I never understood the intrigue with her. Like I watched like a couple of her, lives and I'm just like, yeah, can't do this. She's like too slow for me. I can't I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get what the intrigue is with her. He gets it from wholesales. Oh my God. Well, I mean, to be quite honest with you, that makes me feel a little better because I don't know, just looking at that guy, I'm kind of skeeved. So maybe it's a good thing. He's not actually making it. Manufacturing, like he doesn't have like a fucking taco shop in his fucking living room like Laura has. He was supposed to go live showing making the soap to make everyone look stupid. He didn't go live, got busted. Oh shit, get out of here. My other student made sure it was wonderful. His daughter, ex-wife called to talk. Aw, my daughter also gave birth. Oh, that's exciting, to a granddaughter in January. So that's great, Cherish. A new baby always, helps. I know nothing will ever obviously replace, but I'm sure it brings the family together, and it's always a good thing when a child is brought into the family. But I'm glad to hear that, your family supported you because that's really important. Who is the recliner later? What's her name? Natasha Cooper. I don't know. I don't know. I never got the intrigue. Same thing with that Shani for Christ. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. So I did watch a clip where I was like, how did I miss this? So I guess Laura went up on panel with Randy and Wendy. So if you guys don't know who Randy and Wendy is, I know a lot of you do, but some of you might not. So they're part of the drama community. Wendy is Wen, her name is. That's what she goes by on here. And she used to kind of be like Diane's channel. I'm sure you all heard about Diane, her co-host. And then Randy was also friends, they were all friends at one point in time. And they went through a lot of shit with the St. Jude stuff. They endured a lot of shit, And Laura seems to be under the impression that Wendy and Randy both, but mostly Wendy, it seems, owes her some kind of apology for all the shit that she quote unquote put her through. And it's like, Laura, dude, like you have to take some, I appreciate Wendy. At least I listened to the beginning of the clip and Wendy said, she's like, I'm going to rewatch the clips that I have. Okay. And then I'm going, and I'm going to do so with an open mind. And if I rewatch them and I feel like I owe Laura an apology afterwards, then I will give her that apology. Okay. So at least the sentiment was there in her brain to say, if I owe somebody an apology, I will be more than happy to give them that apology. Right. But she didn't do that. She didn't do that. She didn't do it. Well, she didn't do it because Laura came up on the panel. What I'm saying is not Wendy didn't do that. Laura didn't do that. Laura never has, Laura just thinks it's just me. I'm a victim all the time, but didn't think to herself, maybe I should also apologize to Wendy because I've also done some really shitty things. Like I had issues with Wendy back in the day and I sincerely apologized to her because I said, I said things to her that were mean and I sincerely apologized to her. Okay. Her and Diane, went live about me and said things about me, but I don't hold on to that stuff all too much. But Laura, just still thinks that she's some type of victim where she takes no responsibility in anything that she's gone through at all. Zero. I heard a clip where she's like, well, I'm just defending myself. No, Laura, you go around and start shit. And her own daughter called her out for it. So My other stream is her. Oh, I read that already. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think Wendy has anything to apologize about when it comes to Laura. So I'm glad she didn't apologize to Laura because, you know, Laura doesn't take any responsibility or anything. Oh, and the other thing I saw a clip of this weekend, which I thought was fucking hilarious, was Mallory. Mallory, apparently, this showed up in my feed. I think it was yesterday. And it was Mallory calling out the clip channels that clip MGL. And she's saying that they're doing her work via, you know, by proxy or something to that extent. I don't remember exactly her words, but, you know, they're helping her spread her hate or some shit like that, you know, by proxy. And I'm like, I don't see, how come my chat's not moving at all? It's so weird. I don't see how that's helping her. You know, it's not making her, people clipping her, it's not making any more money. And I look at it like this. You know, Mallory won in this situation, okay? MGL broke the rules, right? She got a TOS violation, community strike because of it, because of the way. I don't agree with what she said about Mallory. Let me just make that clear, okay? I don't agree with what was done to Mallory at all. I don't even care for Mallory all that much, but what's right is right, and I don't agree with the way Mallory was treated in terms of her, you know, being doxxed, her criminal record that wasn't even real being read out on a live stream. I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with the way she was treated. Are you guys still here? I'm like, the chat just like totally stopped moving. I just want to make sure I'm not like sitting here talking to myself. I don't know. Are we frozen? Hopefully not. You know, I don't agree with the way that she was treated by MGL. But she suffered those repercussions of what she did to Mallory. As far as YouTube goes, right? YouTube had given her a community guideline strike, right? They took her off the platform for whatever it was, a week, or whatever it was, right? She then went and deleted a shit ton of videos, which I believe, you know, and I don't know this for 100% fact, but I believe that threw up some red flags to YouTube. And then her channel ultimately got deleted from the platform, okay? According to YouTube's rules, and the answer that they gave to Laura, basically when she asked, was that Molly Golightly, they didn't exactly say she can't be on YouTube. What they said was she cannot own and operate a channel, right? So, and create content and put content out. And they kind of left it open-ended as far as like, can she go up on other people's panels? You know, I mean, I took it as a yes. Could, you know, people clip her from other areas of the internet, other social media? Well, there's no rule that you can't clip people, right? Fair use. So me personally, I find the narcissistic, you know, meltdown entertaining. The post YouTube narcissistic meltdown, I personally find it very entertaining. So you know, to me, it's funny. It's entertaining to watch. But Mallory apparently is very salty that people are clipping her from Kick and posting it on YouTube. I also feel like if she's going to continue speaking about people here, well, then she should, we have a right to know about it. Now, I'm not going to go over and watch her. Hold on a second. What is going on? Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm trying to log into my stream here. Did it like end? What's going on here? All right, here it is. Hold on. I don't know why this is like totally frozen on my phone. I don't even know if you guys could hear me right now. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, Kay Kanuga. My chat, nothing was moving. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Now it's moving. That's so weird. Oh, hold on. Let me take myself off. All right. All right. I'm on my laptop now. My chat was like totally just like still, like it wasn't moving at all. And I couldn't see, the number was like still stuck at like 60 something. All right. So anyway, were you guys able to hear me? Because I didn't know if it like froze up. The whole thing froze up. What about MGL's? No, she shouldn't have that channel. She shouldn't have that channel. Okay, you heard me. All right. I was just making sure because my chat froze completely. Like I couldn't see it. So, you know, she shouldn't have that channel. No, absolutely not. You know, she shouldn't have any channel, but they never said that she couldn't typically, it was Purple Rain, you're right. It was just 111. They never said that she couldn't be on YouTube. They just said she cannot have a fucking channel. So she can't have an account in her name and put content out, you know? So yeah, she's still breaking terms of service by having that one channel, but they didn't say no to like, no, she cannot. They didn't give Laura a very clear answer on whether or not she could be on the platform at all. You know, they just said that she can't own a channel. So I guess they kind of left it up open-ended on purpose and vague on purpose, because technically, yeah, you can come back on YouTube. They can't, there's just no way for them to police, you know, every aspect of YouTube. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To follow around every banned creator, that's crazy. She uses that channel to chat and Jilly Beans. Yep. And she shouldn't be using it by all means, you know. Hey, B-Fergs, happy belated Mother's Day. Nobody should be wearing red mascara or eyeshadow. Mallory looks like, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Here, I'll play it for you guys since I'm on my laptop. Oh, this is the second time I've got on here and I thought it was charging all weekend and it wasn't. All right, hold on. Let me open this up. I'll play the video for you guys now that I'm on my laptop. She uses that channel. Yeah, well, she shouldn't be using it. I mean, but the clip channels, I'm under the thing. It's really funny because yesterday I go, you know, I comment under the clip channels, dude. It's fucking, these people just blow my mind. I hate talking about this motherfucker, but I'm so sick of him at the same time. Brian St. John, leave me the fuck alone, dude. You're just like Corey. It's like, how many fucking ways and how many ways do I have to ask this man to stop communicating with me, dude? Like, even in a comment section, like, stop tagging me, stop fucking trying to communicate with me, bro. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're an asshole. So I had commented under one of the clip channels, and he must have like left comments like this for me about 1,000 times, and he doesn't realize how hypocritical it is, because you're doing the same fucking thing, Brian. You're doing the same thing that you're accusing me of doing. So he will come under, anytime I comment on a video about her, right? He will come under the video and he'll write still with a bunch of like question marks, you know, or you mad or like something like, or you jealous? And I'm like, dude, save the fucking energy in those little fucking Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage fingers. Okay. And type to somebody who gives a fuck, because I don't care. Meanwhile, why are you under every comment section that I'm under? Who's obsessed with who? You're under every comment. First of all, you're under every fucking video about MGL yourself, Brian, which is weird. Aren't you married? Don't you have a wife? Fuck are you like so obsessed with this woman for? But, you know, she's not the only one, you know? And then every time I comment, there's Brian under my comment still. And I'm like, I've actually asked this dude to leave me the fuck alone and stop commenting to me. So really, Brian, maybe I should be asking still. Because if somebody asked me to fucking leave them alone several fucking times like that, a man, I would be like, oh, all right, you know, especially if I was a man and it was a woman asking me to leave me alone. But I'm like, dude, you're doing the same thing, Brian. Let's go on your page and see how many fucking lives you have about the same fucking people. I don't go to this man's page because I really don't fucking care about him. So I don't know what's going on, but I guarantee you if I go on his page right now, and I'm just taking a fucking wild stab in the dark here, okay? If I go on his page right now, there's probably videos about Wendy or like Randy or Vinny G or Jenny Jen, like, you know, Amanda, maybe Starlight, you know, all these people he's been fighting with for years or had issues with. It's fucking YouTube, Brian. Where have you been? We all watch the same people. I have never sat here and denied that I find watching clips of this narcissist entertaining, dude. Like, I've never denied that. People put videos on here for a reason. So to act like somebody's stalking somebody when they're watching a clip that shows up in their feed, that's kind of fucking weird, but all right. Hold on a second. First, we're going to go to Mallory's. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a detour. Let's just see, because I haven't gone to Brian's channel in a hot minute. He's going to be like, oh, you're so triggered me about that. And Brian, if you make videos about me, don't expect me to, oh my God, that's terrifying, bro. What in the actual fuck? That is fucking terrifying. If you guys don't know who Brian is, hold on. Brian is one of MGL's simps. She's terrified of this man. And so, you know, they became friendly with one another. Let's see. And he's got some like weird, you know, attraction / obsession with her. All right. Mr. Rogers, Jeffrey March. Okay. Let's see. Who's Brian? Wow. Shockingly. Oh, look. He's got tons of videos about her. That's not weird or anything. All right. He's covering Darlie Roudier. Look. Oh, so it's okay if Brian streams her on Kick. That's okay. Jenny Jen, I knew it. He was gonna have a video about obsession. Meanwhile, Brian, you're making tons of videos about other people. These don't have any. Samara, he's still fucking with Samara. Oh yeah. Well, it says 4 months ago to be fair, but you know, this guy acts like, you know, he don't fucking obsess over people either. Okay, Brian. Anyway, all right. So, oh shit. Whoops. Let me find Mallory's video. You know, he has his people that he dislikes and obsesses over, which is my whole point. Yeah, Wonder Twin. He's an MGL simp, basically. Did Brian follow her to the other platform? I don't know. I have no idea. I really honestly, like, I do everything in my power to not pay attention to Brian and pretend like he doesn't exist. And like I asked him yesterday, like, just pretend I'm dead. You don't need to even like think about me or anything. I mean, by all means, you could reply to me in a comment section. I ignore him 9 out of 10 times. I do, you know, because I'm like, oh my God, this man, he gets obsessive. Like if you reply to him or respond to him, he will fucking obsess over you for like months. So I just don't like you, Brian. Sorry, dude. You're not my fucking people, dude. Not my type of people. Thank you, Jackson Black. Appreciate it. I would say happy Mother's Day back to you, but dude, that's so weird on Mother's Day. I don't know. Somebody wished me a happy Mother's Day yesterday and I wished them back and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if this person has kids or not. You know, like I don't want to offend them. Mother's Day is one of those weird holidays, you know, where you're like, you know, like Christmas, most people celebrate Christmas. I mean, I know there's people that don't in the world. But Mother's Day, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say, you know, happy Mother's Day back to you. And then you don't have kids and it's kind of weird. And I don't want to upset anybody. Loved when Adrian told Brian to shut the fuck up. Yeah, he needs to shut the fuck up. He's just so annoying. I'm like, could you just like leave me the fuck alone, dude? Like, I don't get what you don't get about that, you know? Like, just stop like replying. Why do you care? I don't do that to people. I don't like go under people's comments and be like, oh my God, you're still obsessed with somebody. Like, why do you care how I spend my fucking time? You know, if I'm sitting outside at a hockey tournament smoking a cigarette and watching a clip of somebody, why the fuck do you care, dude? Why does that bother you? Like, I don't give a fuck what Brian's doing. I don't care. Brian can fucking, I don't care what this man is doing. I don't check up on him. I don't fucking look for him. You know, like, I just don't bother this guy in any way, shape, or form. Like, and I would appreciate the same respect back. You know, if I was bothering him, then I totally get it. But I don't bother him. I don't talk about him. I don't think about him. I don't comment where he's commenting. Like, if I see him in a chat or comment section, I avoid this man at all costs. Like, and have been for a long time, or at least trying to, you know. And he's like he's constantly trying to like dig at me. Like, even when I wasn't here for 4 months, this man would make videos about me, and I'm like, dude, like, what is You know, like that's fucking weird, bro. That's fucking weird. I'm gone for 4 months and you're making videos. You found a news clip of me, dude, and you posted it on here. Like, you don't think that's fucking a little stalkerish and weird? Come on, bro. Why are you watching me? Why are you keeping up with me when I'm not even on this fucking platform, or any platform for that matter, posting videos or talking about you? Fuck out of here, you fucking creep. Like, oh, he's so gross, dude. That man is the most repulsive fucking human being on the planet. And I keep it in, like I don't say anything about him, but he really is. He's repulsive in every fucking way that a man could be repulsive. All right. So here's Mallory's video. So before I fucking dig myself into a way deeper hole with this asshole. Fucking weirdo. Anywho. Here's Mallory's video from the other day. Master, what do you think of MFW? I don't know, Carlos. I don't like, that's another person I just never got into watching. And to be honest with you, I kind of, the few times
Hello, my YouTubers.
Sorry, hold on. The few times I have watched her, I personally found her like funny. I know people like probably hate her, but I don't know. I found her just like when she's going off on people, it is kind of funny. Like, she can drag, but I don't follow her. Like, I don't care for her. I just, I could find somebody entertaining and funny and not care for them. But I didn't even know she was back on YouTube. Because I've never followed her all that much. I think I've watched her like a handful of times, clips or whatever. All right. So first of all, and I'm not being ugly. I really am not. Yeah, I wonder if BSJ still eats paper at 3 a.m. Yeah, me too. Yeah, he's steady trying to get under my skin, Queen Bella, like steady. It's like, Brian, just leave me alone, dude. Like, I don't bother you, just don't bother me. Like, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple concept, right? Like, I never did anything to him, although he thinks I did. He goes back and forth with that, but that's over, Brian. He can't let go of anything. Then he'll sit there. That's what bothers me, because this man, he cannot let go of anything. If you said a comment about him like 3 years ago, he will still remember that shit and bring it up every time he talks to you about you. You know what I'm saying? But then nobody else is allowed to do that. Nobody else is allowed to, like, feel a way about people who've affected their real lives, right? Okay, only him. All right, so I'm not trying to be ugly here, but I don't know. Mallory's eyes just like really swollen here to me, and it's like concerning because it looks like she's dealing with some health issues. I don't know if it's maybe just that's how her eyes normally are, and maybe she, like, you know what I'm saying, like, doesn't have like her normal makeup on, and it just looks weird. But I don't know. It's a little concerning. Her eyes look so swollen, but whatever.
Hello, my YouTubers. Let's talk about.
You guys hear this before I start playing it? I felt bad for her a while, only because I've been as bad of alcoholic as her. Yeah, MFW. She definitely needs, some help.
Proxy channel.
Oh, let me know if you guys could hear before I press play. I'm so glad you're in a better place today. Yeah. Hey, Nana. You're so welcome. Nana, you're so welcome. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad it came early too. Yeah, so where the fuck is my coffee? I keep putting my coffee down and then I can't find it. What the hell did I do with this? Oh, is it in the garage maybe? Hold on. All right, let me know if you guys could hear this. Sounds good. Okay, cool.
And MGL for a hot minute. I've been noticing, as I'm sure you are, that MGL seems to be making a bit of a resurgence here on YouTube for somebody that's been banned.
See, now she's not making a resurgence here, okay, because it's not actually her. Now, could she be on here? Hold on. I don't know if I'm cutting out. I just walked into my garage to get my coffee. I don't know if she's, maybe popping up on other people's chats, like that Vada girl, Veda, whatever the fuck her name is, and whatever other, weirdos she has speaking for her. But the clip channels are the same clip channels.
And for someone that we said, listen, let's take a hike, lady, and we personally escorted her over there to kick, right?
Come on, Mallory. You didn't personally escort her over there, but okay. I think that was Laura who did that.
Let me tell you what a proxy channel is. A proxy channel is, let's just say, if someone is banned and they have a friend, a mother, a sibling, or someone, they're banned from YouTube and they can.
Now listen to her example here. She said if somebody's banned from YouTube and they have a mother, a sibling, a friend, just keep this in mind.
Can't no longer have a channel on their own. So they'll have someone else start a YouTube channel for them in their honor.
So she's saying that somebody else will start a YouTube channel for them in their honor.
We've seen it done time and time and time again. Oh, we know the old culprits, and YouTube eventually finds out, and then they tank that channel. And they'll have somebody do it in their honor, and they'll air all their content for them. They'll put up their daily streams or their daily videos, etc., etc., etc. Well, let me tell you, there's a couple channels out there right now that are doing nothing but acting as a proxy channel for Molly Golightly.
See, so she gave an example that it's like, so basically somebody connected personally to Molly Golightly is doing a channel for her, right? So like it's the way she's making it seem is like somebody's setting up a channel for her and then she's going live on that channel, you know. But
their entire channel is dedicated to Molly Golightly, all of it, and every day they are transferring her kit content over to that proxy channel.
Mallory's been around long enough to know that the clip channels are just clip channels. They're not doing it for her, right? They're not working for her. They're working against her.
And running that content daily. Therefore, putting her back over on the YouTube platform where she does not belong. She doesn't belong here. She's been banned from YouTube.
She's been banned from having a channel on YouTube, Mallory. Read the terms of service, honey. She's been banned from having a channel. And I'm not sticking up for her. I'm sticking up for the clip channels, okay? But she's not running a channel here, okay? She's banned from owning and operating a channel here herself under her own name legally, okay? But she's not, she's not completely banned from YouTube altogether. I mean, it's impossible for them to police this. If she came here and started another channel, that channel would get taken down. But other people could, under fair use, take her content from Kick. And this isn't about her. This is just about freedom of speech and freedom of, fair use and everything. You're allowed to do what you want on here. So she's not allowed. That's what banned means. Mallory's not understanding what banned means.
Banned from the platform, people. She does not belong here. YouTube doesn't want her here.
She's banned from having a channel on the platform. That's what banned is.
She's been voted off the island. So running her as a proxy channel is doing nothing but benefiting her. Now, some of you people might think, well, I'm not in cahoots with her, but you are in cahoots with her because you're benefiting her channel and you're using her as your main source of content.
Okay, but here's the thing. We can't police people off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? She's been banned from this platform, from having a channel on this platform, but we can't police her all over the internet, Mallory. YouTube's rules only apply on YouTube. We can't police her on other platforms. If people choose to bring her content over here, well, that's their choice. But I don't see how that's benefiting her in any way, shape, or form. I just don't.
You're using a banned creator as your content, which makes you a proxy channel for that.
People do it all the time, though. Like Shani for Christ, for example, right? She was banned off of having a channel on YouTube. People followed her to another platform and were still reviewing her content because those people didn't get her banned off of the platform and didn't necessarily even want her banned off of the platform, but they cover her. That's what they do on their channel. And so they followed her to other platforms and they cover her content here on YouTube. You're allowed to do that.
That's YouTube. That's their definition of a proxy channel.
No.
So for all
I've never heard of a proxy channel ever.
you proxy channels out there, be warned. Be warned, we're coming for you. We don't want her here. We don't want her here.
Who is we, Mallory? Do you really think you took MGL down? You really think you did that?
Right? So be prepared. Be prepared. We're coming for you.
This is almost as ridiculous as MGL saying that she has a viable lawsuit against, people who are taking credit for getting her channel banned. It's like ridiculous.
YouTube will find you. We will make sure of it. So you better change your game up. You might.
Who the fuck are you, Mallory? The fucking YouTube police over here? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Want to think of changing your game up. So that
what, you're threatening people? What in the actual fuck?
There you have it. There you have it. So next time,
Look, I don't agree with what was done by Molly Golightly to Mallory. I don't, But, like, come on, dude. If you don't like it, Mallory, just don't watch it. Like, it's, just like Laura always says, right? It doesn't follow, but says, plain and simple, don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Where's her short? Did she post another one recently? Oh boy, that looks scary. I mean, you can't be threatening other people, Mallory. Just don't watch them. There's no such thing as a byproduct. Oh God, that looks disgusting. I'm not even playing that. You can't go around threatening other creators because you don't like what they're posting. Come on, girl. You're also not allowed to do that. You know that's against TOS, is to basically threaten to mass flag other channels. But I don't know. Go for it. Got to take it to Crimes of Fashion YouTube courthouse. I mean, you're no better than Molly, Mallory. You didn't get Molly down. Molly did. So now you're the moral police. Yeah, maybe review your own crap. Yeah, she's been known to say some pretty disgusting things herself, and has done some pretty disgusting things herself. And it always kills me that these people are always like okay with each other's behavior when they're friends, but as soon as the friendship ends, they're not okay. Because not for nothing, Mallory was sitting there while, Molly Golightly would put her in really awkward positions to say things like Trans Am and all this other shit. And she sat there and took it with a smile, So it's like, you were clearly, you weren't that offended by her behavior when you were friends or whatever, but her behavior didn't change after the friendship. Her behavior was always the same. She was always doxing people. She was always doing the same garbage that she does now and did to you, and you went along with it. But then when it didn't work out for you anymore, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, nobody could watch her anymore. Nobody could clip her anymore. She says daily she was the one who took Molly out. Well, she didn't. She could think that all she wants, but she didn't. I mean, no creators could take down other creators like that. That's not how YouTube works. Now, she could have reported her and brought the attention of YouTube to her channel, but ultimately it's up to YouTube. I could have 1,000 people report this video right now. I'm not breaking terms of service, so it's not going to do anything. So I don't know if she quite understands that. Yeah, she was right down in the slap with her when it was advantageous to her. And it's like, what really kills me about this is like, she's another one of those people that's like Laura, where it's like, she did not like Molly Golightly at one point in time, then flip-flopped back to liking her, okay, multiple times, back and forth. So it's like, dude, when you're okay with her, we're supposed to all be like, oh, she's great because Mallory likes her now. But now you're mad at her. So now we're all supposed to be mad at her, which I've always been steady mad at her and thinking she's an asshole, So like people like this just make me laugh because it's like, you're okay with her behavior when you're friends with her and it's beneficial to you. But then as soon as it's not beneficial to you anymore, she's the most evil person on the planet. You realize that her behavior hasn't changed, right? It's always been like this since the day I found her channel. She's been doxing people. sharing information about people that she shouldn't be sharing, and just being overall hideous and horrible to other people. So give me a break. She never does it ever. Brantley and MM could speak incoherent sentences. What's Brantley saying? I don't even see that. P.S. She called you an idiot. Who's that? She says daily. She was the one who took. Oh yeah, she definitely. She's full of shit. She didn't take anybody down. Okay. Someone hacked in my mom's Facebook and I can't get in. Are you serious? Oh man. So yeah, spitting facts. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. So I just feel, look, I don't care for her. Everybody knows that, okay? But if we're going to start, policing content over here and being fair, right? Laura did straight up ask YouTube if she's allowed to be on the platform. And their answer was very specific that she is not allowed to have another channel on this platform. She cannot own and operate a channel on this platform and put content out on this platform herself. Okay? But you can't go around running other channels and stuff and saying that they're helping her by proxy. I don't believe that necessarily. If people are going to watch her, they're going to watch her. They're going to go over there and watch her if they want to see her that badly or whatever. I don't see how it's helping her. She's got, like, from what I understand, her community is very small right now on Kick. And I personally, I'm sorry, I'm just speaking the truth. Come on, dude. Losing her YouTube channel was one of the biggest narcissistic injuries that this woman has incurred in her life. Okay? Even more so, I'm sorry to say this, and people might think I'm an asshole for saying this, but even more so than it seems, the loss of her mother. She seems more upset about the loss of her YouTube channel. Now, I personally find it interesting to watch a narcissist evade, right? First of all, evade at all costs, admitting defeat. She's got to sit there and pretend like, no, I didn't want my YouTube channel. Like, she's got to play it off because she can't admit defeat. Like, she got beat. She got beat in this situation. So she's got to try to play it off like she doesn't care. But really, we know that this is one of the biggest narcissistic injuries to her soul. You took her entire fucking supply away from her. Narcissists thrive on supply, right? Attention, basically. People watching them, good and bad, doesn't matter, okay? And you took that away from her. That's a huge injury to her fragile narcissistic ego. So, me personally, I think it's hilarious watching the aftermath of it, right? Like I said the other day, it's like when the movie ends and you're like, oh my God, what happens after the movie? If you want to know, we could see it. And, I'm not going to go over there and see it, but shit, if it pops up on a fucking clip channel, I'm going to fucking watch it and comment on it. Hell yeah, I am. So speaking of which, hold on a second. I mean, I personally think that she suffered the consequences of her actions. Her channel got taken away. Mallory, you can't, if somebody commits a crime, right? They're going to commit that crime, go to jail for it, or do whatever their punishment is, whether it's community service. You don't continue to punish that person for the rest of their life because of, the one crime that they committed. I mean, that's ridiculous. Speaking of crimes and punishments, so last night on the way home from, Pennsylvania, I was, trying to reduce my stress while we were in traffic. So I watched some Dateline episodes, some of the current Dateline episodes on Peacock. And one of those episodes was it was about the Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson story. And I think they did a really good job covering it this time around. I know they had covered it in the past, probably multiple times, but I've seen one of their old ones, but this one was actually really good because there was some stuff included in there. First of all, they had a recent interview with Amber Fry, which I thought was really interesting. And then they had the detectives that were on his case who were also speaking. And not that I ever thought he didn't do it, right? But there was, his sister-in-law has this big campaign going for his innocence right now, okay? And like, yes, is it interesting to hear that there's other evidence out there that could potentially or possibly exonerate him, sure, I'm willing. I'm always open and willing to hear that kind of shit. I don't have to agree with it, but listening to this whole thing last night again, and some of the things that I didn't even know, they kind of added, just from the detective's point of view and Amber Fry, like there was some conversations. I never saw his police interview. They showed a little bit of that. And, just hearing it all again, it's just absurd that this man could even possibly think he's ever going to get out of prison for this. I mean, or that he didn't do it. I mean, every arrow is pointing to this guy did it. I mean, the overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence they had against him, it's just like you can't even deny it. Is it odd or coincidental? I mean, either he has the worst luck in the world, right? And there was a guy at the end who actually like supports him, and he was trying to explain away some of the very big things in the case, like for instance that he went fishing in the same place that her body ended up turning up in, and his explanation for that was that the people that did the crime heard that he went fishing, right? Like within a day or so of the crime, so they moved the body into the the bay. I mean, okay, that's possible, but like then explain away all the other circumstantial evidence that they have against this man. Sure, you make a compelling argument, but I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. Yeah, so they did a new one. So if you have Peacock, I guess it is, check that out because it's pretty interesting. There's some stuff in there that I honestly didn't know or didn't think about, prior to that. So there was an interesting clip on here on the Tragic Tea channel. Speaking of which, let me see if I can find that. Was it here or once again she's just doing poor princess. What a fucking dude. That poor man. The push-pull dynamics of that relationship and the codependency issue on Princess's behalf between him, her, and her husband is just really sad because I mean, how many times does your friend need to throw you under a bus and tell all your personal business, and then you take her back? I mean, you take her back. The voting thing is so guilty convincing, but the explanation that it can carry wouldn't work is so confusing. Well, I didn't realize this, and that was another thing that the guy it was saying yesterday, the guy that supports him, is that she weighed 160 pounds at the time when she was killed. And if you really do think about that, I mean, Scott Peterson was a big guy, right? He was like over 6 foot tall, I believe. Pretty big guy in good shape, decent shape. Moving 160 pounds by yourself of, dead weight, so to speak, is not easy. So you would think that if you rolled the body off of that boat, the boat, especially just looking at that boat, it would have flipped over. So like, I get it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm always willing to hear if there's other evidence. I'm willing to hear it. I wish we could have watched the trial to that, his trial, because I would have been interested to hear both sides of the story, because I really don't know too much about his defense in that. Oh, Jess, the soap fraud. I honestly don't know much about it. Somebody just briefly explained it here. And my opinion on that is that I'm kind of glad to hear he's not manufacturing it in his house with his own hands. I don't know. But not surprising. Not surprising at all. But I don't really know much about it either. I wonder how many viewers she gets on Kick. I hate the Kick app. Such a shit platform. Yeah, it's terrible. And the cement weights with her body. Yeah, that too. So yeah, there's definitely, I mean, you could make a compelling argument. I think one of the biggest things for me was that, there was a robbery across the street from their house that day. And it does seem like the police were kind of laser focused on him and didn't really, and even in the Dateline episode, you could still kind of gather that is that they were like laser focused on him and didn't even look into other possibilities, which they should do in any investigation. it just seems like they directly looked at him. But then when you look at the amount of evidence, even though it's all circumstantial, and you look at the amount of evidence that they have against him, like, I mean, either he's like the most unlucky guy in the world. Like I was even trying to think to myself last night, his demeanor. Okay. Like I always do this when I'm watching any case. Like I just try to think of like, what could be another explanation for this person's behavior or something, right? If somebody's behavior is off, right? And I'm thinking in my head, well, maybe he knew he was having an affair, like I'm trying to play devil's advocate a little bit in my brain. Okay, maybe his demeanor was off because he knew he was having an affair, obviously. And he was worried about that coming out because obviously if that came out, and let's just say he was innocent, that's automatically going to make people think he was guilty. So maybe that's why he was behaving strangely. But again, if you put everything together in it's not just like, if you look at each thing individually, you could maybe explain a lot of them away. But if you put it all together, that's where it's like, okay, dude, this guy's guilty. Or just has the fucking absolute worst luck on the planet, like, you really have to like have the absolute worst luck, with all the coincidences that happened that day. He happened to be fishing. The family didn't know about the boat. Like, there's just too many things that need to be explained away that just don't make sense. So I totally understand why the investigators got so laser focused on him from the get-go, because it just don't look right. Yeah, low views on Kick. Oh, good. All right, Purple Rain. Thank God. I wonder how many. Oh, I read that already. Exactly. Like, how did he make that work? And what's the coincidence of him voting? Well, the coincidence is that her body was found in the same place. Eventually, it took months later, right? But her body was found in the same place that he was voting that day. So, and then, there was a couple of more things they said last night about the boat. I'm trying to think. I don't know. You have to watch the Dateline episode. I can't remember every, little detail, but there was a couple more things that they had said about the boat. Like, I didn't know that the family didn't know about the boat, but he's like, oh, Lacey knew about the boat. I don't know. There was a whole bunch of stuff about the boat in there. So, it is odd. It was a cold day. I didn't know that either. He didn't like know what he was even fishing for. So his explanation was that it was like not really so much a fishing trip, but more to just test the boat out. And then, and they found on his computer like maps of like the what was it, the wind or something? I don't know, from like days prior to him going out that day. So, there's a bunch of things there that are just like, come on, dude. They just happen to find that, or he just has the worst luck on the planet. And like whoever did kill her decided to go to that bay that day and put her body there. Like, now could somebody have potentially moved her body after the fact? Sure. But, then you have to put it together with all the other things. There was, Amber, and I mean, all the lies he told, and just very, very, very odd behavior, and his demeanor being just so off. I mean, even in the police interview, he's like very standoffish. And the detectives made a lot of comments about him just like not asking the right questions, like when they did find her body. I didn't know this. And they arrested him. He didn't even ask, like, what was that, my wife's body? I mean, most people pretty much knew it as soon as they found the bodies, because I believe the baby's body was the first to be found, and then they found a piece of hers. So most people pretty much knew at that time that it most likely was her, but he didn't even ask, which is odd, right? Because if you were genuinely concerned, you would think that you would ask, but he just wasn't acting in the right way. Yeah, the currents or something, the wind, something like that. I remember when she was reported missing, my mother said her husband killed her. So it's so weird. Oh, speaking of, I wanted to show you guys this too, but I'll show you after for anybody that's interested. And I don't know if any of you guys followed Teen Mom, but whew. All right, now a lot of you were right about Dolly. If you could see it, he can't afford all them chemicals to make it handmade. Plus, he does not have chemistry license or wholesale. Well, you don't need to like necessarily have a chemical license or anything like that to make soaps. I mean, Alicia makes them, right? And you could go to like Hobby Lobby and buy the ingredients to make soaps. I mean, again, I don't know too much about the story But yeah, he did a terrible dye job on his hair. Oh, dude, the weirdest thing. So, you guys, those of you who have like kids in high school, tell me like if this is like a thing. So the other night when I was at the hotel, both nights actually, when I was at the hotel in Pennsylvania, they had the prom there, right? So I like love like fashion and dresses and stuff. So I'm standing outside. I think it was the second night. We were waiting like to, go do dinner or whatever. So I was standing outside and one of my friends' kids, daughters was out there and she's going to her prom soon. So I was hanging out with her and talking to her and we were prom watching. All these kids were pulling up to go to the prom at this hotel, right? And so of course, like we're standing there, we're like watching the dresses, it's like a little fashion show, free fashion show, right? I could not believe the overwhelming amount of. First of all, wait, let me back that up for a second. First of all, I was shocked at how many kids drove themselves to the prom because, and I don't know if this is like a New York thing, but like pretty much everybody takes the limo to the prom. Like when I went to the prom back in my day, right? I was like one of the only people to drive to the prom themselves. Like everybody else was in a limo. I was like the outcast for driving myself. But these proms, every kid was like either getting dropped off by their parents or driving themselves there, which I thought was really strange. And I don't know, again, that could just be like a New York thing because we tend to be a little extra sometimes. Like even with weddings here, like our weddings are way over the top. Like if you look up the average cost of a New York wedding versus like other people's weddings, it's like astronomical in comparison, But anyway, so I'm like, all right. So anyway, I'm standing out there and I'm watching these girls, right? And I'm gonna go with more than half of the girls are walking up in these beautiful dresses, these beautiful long ball gowns, okay? And they're all wearing dirty sneakers. And me and the girl, that I was with, were like talking to each other. I'm like, what the fuck is like with the sneakers? Like everybody was talking about it. Even like I would hear other guests that were staying at the hotel that were standing outside, like, why are all these girls wearing dirty sneakers? And everybody's explanation was like, oh, well, they probably, brought their heels with them. But I'm like, no, they didn't, because I watched them all walk in and, they were walking in with nothing in their hands. They were just had dirty sneakers. Like some girls were wearing Converse, which, all right, fine. I'm not into that whole look, but I get it. But like there was girls walking in with like dirty Jordans on or like dirty running sneakers. And I'm like, I get it. Like, trust me, I get it. Like heels are uncomfortable, and anytime I ever went to any kind of formal parties or weddings or anything, I always bring like an extra pair of shoes with me because I know my feet are going to be killing me by the end of the night. But like, not sneakers. Like, I don't know. Like I would try to find like a dressy pair of sandals or something to bring. Like, like sneakers with prom dresses, like no, just no. And I'm like, is this like the society like we're raising today? Like kids just don't want to like get dressed up. I don't know. It was so weird to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like flip flops, like I'm like, ugh, like I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of girls that were wearing heels, but most of them were wearing sneakers, like dirty ones too. And I'm like I wouldn't like. I don't know. To me, that just defeats the whole purpose. Why you get dressed up then if you're gonna fucking just throw dirty sneakers on? Like, I'm sorry, but part of being a woman is learning how to endure the pain of wearing heels. I don't know. I just thought it was weird, but I was like, maybe it's like a new thing or. Your daughter wore Converse. Like a lot of girls were wearing Converse, and I get that's like a look. I get it, but like the dirty like track sneakers, like running shoes, I can't get down with that. I'm sorry, I just can't. Well, they're selling like dirty shoes now. That's like the new thing, right? Dirty shoes. Like I seen like an ad the other day for Coach shoes, and they're like dirty. Like it looks like my son's sneakers. I'm like, oh, I could just like sell my son's sneakers. Where the fuck is my? I need to find the plug for my laptop because my battery's about to die. I'll lose you guys. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Yeah, I like getting dressed up. Like I'm like one of those weird people that I like getting dressed up. I don't love it, but I like it. I like getting dressed up every once in a while. Not every day, but I definitely enjoy, once in a blue moon getting nice and fancy, wearing a nice dress, but not with sneakers. I don't know. I just thought it was really weird. I was like, wow, that like one or two people, I get it, but like this was like the majority of the girls there had dirty sneakers on, and I was just kind of taken back by it. Fuck. Hold on, I can't find the box to my fucking charger. God, everything gets lost in this house. Hold on a second. She thought it looked cute. I mean, look, I'm not saying like, I don't know. I'm not down with the dirty sneakers. If you're gonna wear sneakers with a dress, wear clean sneakers. Dirty sneakers are just a no. Like, it's a no for me, dog. You know. I just feel like at that point, why even bother getting dressed up? Like, you know. Hold on, guys. I can't find my charger, and I'm gonna like I'm like about to die here. I'm about to die. Where is the fucking bottom part of my charger? Huh, I found the wire. I do like getting dressed up every so often. Like, I haven't gotten like really dressed up in a really long time. And I would love to like go somewhere and get fancy, like a nice long ball dress or something, you know, before I get old, like really old, where I have to wear like one of those mother of the bride dresses, you know. My daughter didn't get to do her prom because of I know. I feel so bad for those kids, Ella. Seriously, I feel so bad for them. Yeah, I was just like kind of shocked. I don't know. Oh, is this the one I wanted to show you guys? Hold on. Before I show you anything, I need to find my charger thing. I'm going to lose you guys. Let me log on my phone just in case. Hold on. Because I cannot find your box for my laptop. It was plugged in down here, and I should have known better because every time I plug something in down in this room where my husband and my son hang out, it just disappears. Like, guaranteed disappearing. Because my son probably thought it was a charger for a phone and took it, and now I don't know where the rest of it is. Oh, this kid. Kids these days. And there's like so much. Oh. That's weird. All right, hold on. I'm going to log in on my
Wait, why do I hear
quick.
myself? This is weird. Hold on. Why does it say not connected?
Right. You know what? I'm just going to do that. Is it still? Hold on. That's weird.
Why do I hear myself?
Oh, wait, why do I hear myself?
This is weird.
Oh, wait, I know what to do. All right, there we go. I don't know what the hell was just going on there, but I got to find the charger, so bear with me for a moment. I can't wear high heels anymore, but I got sparkly Michael Kors sneakers. See, like, there you go. Wear at least nice ones. I just don't dirty sneakers. I was like getting so triggered. I was like, why are they all wearing sneakers? But I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of people out there that were just like, what's going on? Like, why does everybody have dirty sneakers on? So I was just confused, you know? I'm like, I don't understand the whole dirty sneakers with a prom dress thing, but all right. Okay. Where is the fucking charger? I might not be able to go back on my laptop, guys, because I just can't seem to find the rest of my charger. I saw it before I left. I remember seeing it somewhere and thinking, oh, yeah, that's going to get lost. Huh. This is great because now my laptop's going to die and I can't find it. Interesting. Before you have to dress like Molly. Oh, no. Nobody wants to do that. All right. Wow. This sucks, guys, because I really can't find this thing. Is it in my room, maybe? All right. We'll find it. Ugh. It's like the story of my life here. It's like I always have peanut butter, but I don't have the jelly, you know? well, I don't eat jelly, but you know what I'm saying. It's like you have cereal, when you used to like, I don't know, when you were like teenager, you'd come home like after a night of hanging out with your friends and you're like starving and you get home and you're like, oh, I'm going to have a bowl of cereal. And then all of a sudden you get home and you're like, there's no milk. No. Like that's like the story of my life. So doesn't shock me that I can't find part of my charger. Jeez Louise. They dress the same way in my area. The guys had on dirty sneakers. But that's different. The guys with the suits, I get it, kind of. But I don't know. I'm like, I was like, is it a Pennsylvania thing? Like, maybe that's what they do down here. I don't know. But I was like, this is so weird. Like the amount of girls that were wearing sneakers with their prom dresses. I was just like kind of confused. And I get it. Sneakers are comfortable, but like I would have found like a nice pair of sandals or something if I didn't want to wear heels. I'm like, sneakers, dirty Jordans, they don't really go. They just don't go. Ooh, who's in the hospital? But I do enjoy getting dressed up. I do. Like I haven't had anything like a wedding, nothing in years that I've had to go to and actually get dressed up for it. So I do miss like, having to get dressed up. I do. It's like pretty much ever since I stopped talking to my family, because like that's most of the things I would go to were family related. So I know I was invited to one of my younger cousins, I think engagement parties, but I'm unfortunately, I think gonna have to tell her I can't make it, which I feel so bad because I would love to be there for her, but I just the thought of having to, see my aunts that I haven't spoken with in years is just not, I appreciate her like thinking of me and, including me a lot, and I feel so bad because I would love to see her, get married and everything, but I just don't, I can't, I just don't see myself wanting to be around my family, like that would mean I might like possibly have to see my brother and his wife. No thanks. No thanks. Nobody wants to see me anyway, I'm pretty sure. So I probably just make it easy and sit this, out. I feel so bad though. I do, because I love my cousin and she's doing the right thing, and I give her all the credit in the world for that. Maybe it was a statement, the sneakers. No, because some of the boys were like wearing dress shoes. I mean, it was just weird. It was just a weird thing. I thought maybe it was like a theme or something, like, I don't know. But because I know sometimes when they do the proms, they're like themed. Like they'll have, some, I don't know, like an under the sea or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I thought maybe it was like something like that. I don't know. I asked one kid, but he probably wasn't the kid to ask. I asked this kid and he was like, something was wrong with the kid. Something was like a little off about him. So it is fun though, like looking back and like the prom dresses. There were some really nice ones. I actually like, the style of like the prom dresses. A lot of girls were wearing like the kind of mermaid gowns, and I love that style of dress. Like that's like my jam right there, is like a nice mermaid fitted gown. And I don't know, it's like the Jessica Rabbit gown, like it's just like that's like I just think that's just the nicest silhouette for a dress. And it was like it's fun watching, some of the girls though in high school, I was like, damn, these girls don't look like they're in high school, holy shit. But most of the girls were wearing kind of dresses like that. Like it kind of reminded me honestly of my prom, because when I went to prom in 1999, that's when most girls were wearing like fitted dresses that were like straight. And some girls had, it was in style back then. Like my best friend had, it was kind of like that baby doll look with the empire waist, where it came like right from below your boobs, kind of like a maternity dress almost. And that was like pretty big when I was in high school, but like still it wasn't like, I remember a couple of years after I graduated, it was really in style to have those big poofy like All right. I should be back. Sorry. My phone was ringing. I don't know if it cut me out. But yeah, like back like a couple of years after I graduated, like my cousins were, my cousins are like almost like some of my cousins are like 5 years younger, well, more than that, like 8 or 9 years younger than me. And like that was more like the style when they were in high school, was like the big poofy dresses. So it was kind of nice, I like that look more, the formal wear, I guess. Um, it was pretty. I had a similar situation with my family, how to see them, and all the feels came back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send her a gift. I feel so bad. She's my youngest cousin. Well, yeah, she's the youngest of all of my cousins, and I was always, close with her, and I love her to death. Like, and I really do appreciate her even thinking of me, and I feel terrible, but hopefully she'll understand that it's just, uh, you know unfortunately things are the way. Like, I haven't even talked to her parents in a really long time, and I'm like, I don't want to. You know what it is, dude? When I cut off contact with my family, like a lot of the people that kind of became collateral damage. Oh, there's my charger thing. A lot of people that kind of just became collateral damage, just because, like, I'm not the type of person that is ever gonna like make other people feel uncomfortable or give them ultimatums. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that to people. So a lot of the people that kind of just, most of my family, because really the only people I have an issue with is two of my mom's sisters, okay? And and my one uncle, right? And then my brother and his wife. Everybody else, I have no issues personally with. Like, I'm not mad at them. Am I disappointed with some people? Yeah. I feel like they could have maybe tried to mediate the situation, but people didn't want to get involved, and I understand that. And I'm just disappointed that some people have just kind of blindly taken a side without hearing both sides of the story, because that definitely happened with at least one of my uncles. you know um he just kind of blindly took a side, didn't watch my grief series, right? Admittedly, I mean, he said it about 4 times. So like, so he like doesn't even know my side of the story, but like just blindly took his sister's side of the story, which is fine. I'm not mad at him for that. I feel like people stay in their character, and his character is to be a follower, not a leader, like, so I get it. They've been gaslit and brainwashed and manipulated their whole lives by people. That's not going to stop unless you consciously make an effort to realize it and do something about it. You're going to stay in the brainwashing if you don't understand that you're being brainwashed and don't break out of it somehow. Which for him, I think it's crazy he hasn't broken out of it, but that's a whole nother story. But you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the other people in my family, I just pulled away from, because I didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So it's like, I'm not going to show up somewhere, right? If I show up, it's going to make everybody collectively feel uncomfortable, even the people that aren't involved in the situation. So I'm not going to do that to the people who have nothing to do with the situation. It's going to make my cousin's party is about her that day. It's about her engagement. It's not about me. Me showing up is going to cause a huge stir and bring drama to her party. I'm not doing that to her. Like, I'm not going to put her in that position ever. And I'm not going to put everybody else in that position, because I know with my family and the way that they operate, my aunts will make a big fucking stink out of it. If I go, it's going to cause a huge drama. And then they're going to put that on my other aunt, on her mother, and be like, well, if she's coming, we're not coming, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I think it's just for everybody's sake. It's just easier if I don't go, and of course I'm going to, I'll send her a gift, and her husband to be, who I haven't even met yet. But I'm not going to put them in that situation. It's not right of me. I will take the high road and be the bigger person every time in this situation, because I'm dealing with a bunch of, not all of them, but I'm just saying, I'm dealing with whoa, oh my God, my laptop just fucking came back on. I'm dealing with a bunch of emotionally stunted adults, you know, with a group of emotionally stunted adults that their, maturity level is, holy shit, dude. Do you guys hear this? My laptop's like possessed right now. It's not even open. Molly Golightly's voice is coming out of it from Tragic T's channel. And it's like bugging out. Hold on. And trust me, it really breaks my heart that I can't be there. But, I'm just not going to do that to everybody. That's not fucking right. It's about her. It's about her and her husband that day. And I'm not making it about me. Because you know what? I've been in the position where I've had family members put me in that position where they're like, well, I want to come to the party, but I don't want to be there if so-and-so is there. And I'm not going to do that. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Plus, I personally don't want to see anybody in my family. Like, I still am, I had to disconnect myself from my own, like, mental health. And I've been doing really well mentally for the last, year or two. Like, better than I have been in a long time. And I feel like, I'm not about to be going backwards. So it's also for my own mental health as well. Sound like you're growing while they're still passing down the same Italian family issue. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Moonchild Pink. They have not grown. I don't believe so. I mean, I haven't spoken to any of them, but, I just, look, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like, if you don't make a conscious effort to look inside yourself and change, your own toxic behaviors, right? Even if they're learned behaviors, if you don't make a conscious effort to do that, then, like, you're not going to do it. Just knowing them for the way I have my whole life, these are people who, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're people that, especially, my two aunts, they're people, they're just the type of people that, like, they can't admit fault in anything. They can't take responsibility in anything. They never have, so I don't expect them to all of a sudden wake up and start working on themselves in their 60s and 70s. Like, that's not happening. So it's like, I'm young enough and went through enough shit where, like, I kind of had no choice but to face myself and my own behavior within my family. Like, I had no choice but to do that. So I had to do it. I had no choice. So, I was kind of forced into it, and I'm glad I was, in a sense, because, I did contribute to the toxicity in a very bad way myself, Yeah, Beth. Big triggers for me. You need to probably just, like, look, I'm going to invite everyone, which is the best thing to do. Right. She did the right thing. Absolutely. 100%. And I'm so proud of her for doing that. And I'm very, very, very appreciative that she, like, thought about me. And, just her doing that lets me know that she still cares, and that I appreciate, because I don't have any issues with most of my cousins, So it's sad, you know, it's very sad. I saw a picture that my brother's kid made, her communion this past weekend, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it was this past weekend. It could have been a while back. And I'm like, that really does make me sad. I'm like, she's so cute. She's so cute, and it makes me sad to know that, all these little milestones in life, like, he's missing my sons and I'm missing his kids, but I didn't choose for things to be the way that they are when it comes to my brother and his wife. Like, I didn't choose for that situation to be in my life. And so, unfortunately, it just is the way it is until, either she's dies, or I hate to say it like that, but that's the only way I'd ever even think of talking to my brother, is if she was, like, out of the picture, whether it's she passed away or they got divorced or whatever way she would have to leave his life. That's the only way I would even entertain the idea of talking to him again. So I actually was thinking of, I should finish my series on my channel, and I was looking back at some of the old videos because sometimes you forget, and I actually looked back at some of the old emails that I haven't read yet in the series, and I'm like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Like, it just, reminded me all over again. Oh, this fucking nut job. This fucking nut job. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. My number one niece that still is Facebook friend me is in my will because I appreciate her courage. Yeah, well, it's hard. Dude, it's really hard. I just found this channel recently that's all about like, people I think the person who runs the channel, she's a licensed clinical social worker, and she talks about, she had disconnected with her own family, and she does a lot of videos about disconnecting with family. And it's a really hard thing to do. It's a hard decision to make, to disconnect with family. Like I could have kept trying to like fix things, but I mean, I could have if I wanted to, but it just got to a point where I was like, dude, I'm fucking done. Like, I am not fixing this shit anymore. And you know what? Like, people's like true colors came out, and I was like, once you see something, it's very hard to unsee it like that. When you start seeing people's true colors and their true nature, it's very hard to go back and not see it. But it was not an easy thing to do, That's what I was more kind of thinking about doing instead of like obviously finishing my series, but then just also talking about, because I feel like a lot of people go through this, what it's like after you disconnect from your family. I know I talk about it on live streams a lot, but like, it's not a very easy thing to do. And I don't really get into that much in my series because at the time when I was making it, I was still like somewhat connected to some of them, And then when I finally disconnected with everybody, pretty much except my cousin Nico, and a couple of other people, like her parents and stuff. Like I'm still okay with her parents. I talk to them, not all the time, but I still have a relationship with them. And then some of my cousins, like, it was a very hard thing to go through. Just knowing that like every Christmas that comes, every birthday that comes, dealing with the fact that my son, doesn't have family, and the fact that, they don't even acknowledge his existence. They could send my son a card and for his birthday, and then it has nothing to do with me. But they're not going to do that because they're so selfish, right? That it's not about sending my son a card and making him feel good on his birthday. It's about, they know that I'm not going to call them and thank them for the card. That's what it's about, and that's not why you give for people, but to them it is. They want the recognition. And if they're not going to get the recognition for being kind to my son, then they don't want to do it, So like those types of things are the hard things to deal with after you disconnect with your family. Because, I guess in a sense there was collateral damage on both sides, right? My son became collateral damage to them too. Thank you, Winston Wolf. Appreciate that. We have the same thing in our family. I stopped catering to people's feelings. Like it's on them to come or not come, but I'm not going to pick sides. I had to do that too, like one of the last parties I had, and maybe this is why one of my uncles is a little resentful towards me. It was my mom's 60th birthday. I had a party at my house. He has an issue with and rightfully so. I mean, he's 100% right for having an issue with one of my cousins, right? But I just put the invitation out because I was dealing with enough stress with my brother not coming and everything. And I even invited him too. I invited my brother, invited everybody. I just invited everybody. I did the right thing. I put the invitation out to every single person. And it was up to them to work it out who wanted to come and who had an issue with who and who didn't want to be there. And I was like, you know what? It's my mom's birthday. And this shouldn't be my decision. It should be your decision. If you want to come, if you have an issue with somebody, then, just like I'm doing in this instance, right? My decision is because I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to feel uncomfortable. It's not just about me, but I first and foremost, and the most important thing is that it's my cousin's day. It's about her and her, soon to be husband, and I'm not going to like ruin that for her. You know, my presence is going to cause a stir, and I don't want to do that. So I will, you know, gracefully bow out of the situation. And that's it. It's over. But some people can't do that. At my mom's funeral, my younger son was shocked. He had so many cousins. It was kind of sad. Yeah. I didn't bring my son with me to my grandmother's funeral because he was young. Hope everyone had a lovely Mother's Day. But my son hears like things. He's like, what? My son like recently he's like, wait, you have sisters? I'm like, yeah. I have 2 sisters. What? Like he has so many cousins that he doesn't even know on my side. My 2 sisters, well, they're granted, you know, my nieces and nephews on my, you know, from my half sisters are like 2 years younger than me, 3 years younger than me. So they would be way too old for Jesse. But you know, it's just funny. My sister and I have a compromising relationship. That sucks. You know, I left all mine to make it easier for them. If I am not there, they do not have to choose, do not have to worry to protect my feelings. Exactly, blank slate. That's kind of how I feel. You know, it's just easier for me to gracefully bow out. I'm one person. I know how these people get. I know how they act. And my cousin doesn't need to deal with that shit, you know, on her day, like on her special day. She doesn't need that. I really appreciate the sentiment of her, you know, just sending me that and thinking about me even. But, you know, I'm sure she'll understand. You know, it's a very, and there might even be a part of her that like wishes, you know, the family could be back together. And maybe that's, you know, maybe that's part of her thinking. But I wouldn't, you know, for me, a party is just not the time and place where you show up, you know, and you have like issues, like deep issues with a bunch of people and try to act like, because I know myself, I am not very good at acting like there's like fake or there's no issue. And then, you know, mix that in with like me having a couple of drinks. Yeah, I know myself too well. I won't be able to sit there and not make fucking rude comments and give people nasty looks too, you know? So it's like, I have to protect myself. And my husband probably wouldn't want to go anyway. That's another thing. There's a very, you know. Yeah, Beaver. Jesse was like, what? He's like, you have sisters? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what? Like he was like shocked when I told him. I don't really like, I was never close with my sisters growing up. So like it's so different because they were never really like a big part of my lives. They were more like to me like almost like distant cousins, like because you know my sister would go years, both of them, without talking to my parents, you know. So it's like, you know, they never were like, I was never that close with them, even though we're sisters. We just weren't close. We didn't grow up in the same house, you know. They were way older than me. They were grown adults when I was a kid and had kids of their own. At least my one sister did. You know, so it's like that's a little different. My brother, that's my brother. Like that shit fucking hurts, dude. My brother and I not talking because we were always very close growing up and even into our adulthood, you know? So that shit is fucked up. I talk about my brother a lot, you know? My son knows about my brother. Like my sisters, he was shocked. He knows about my brother. He just knows that he calls his wife the witch. And that was all on him. He said she looked like a witch. I didn't even say anything to him. He looked at a picture of her once and he goes, Mom, she looks like a witch. And I was like, yes, son, she does. Yes, she does. And that was all his opinion there. And so he named her the witch. And I was like, good job. Good job, Jesse. Yeah, alcohol is definitely not. I can't control myself, dude. Like I'm one of those people, like in certain situations, I can't not fucking roll my eyes, you know? Like I know myself. So, you know, it's better for me to just not put myself in those situations. Cause it's like I would have to say something. You know, like I can't be like, hi, how are you? Oh my God, I haven't seen you so long. It's either I'm just gonna fucking ice you out and not say hi to you at all, or I'm gonna confront you, you know? So it's like I probably should just like, you know, just not put myself in those type of situations. And trust me, it takes a lot. Like I've gotten better, a lot better with people like not saying things. But it takes a lot of self-control for me to not, say things to people. So I'm proud of myself, honestly. All right, so wait. Speaking of which, let me get back on my laptop here. And I got some orders that I gotta try to get to this week. So if you ordered, I saw a few more orders. Hang in there. And I will try to get those out by the end of the week for you guys. If you ordered. I'm also going to be adding new stuff to the website. I got a lot of stuff in the last couple of days. So bear with me. Just hearing the recording. Your sister-in-law was way out of line speaking to your mom the way she did. Oh, girl, please. I don't know how I didn't drive over to that girl's house and beat the ever-living shit. What did I do? Sorry. Hold on. Like, to this day, I really just don't know how I didn't beat the shit out of her for just talking to my mom the way she did. Because, like, dude, I was very, very, very overprotective of my mom. And, yeah, that was so hard, dude, to not fucking kill that girl. Because, like, I'm like, yo, you want nobody talking to my mama like that. I went in, my mom got ripped off one time at a fucking tire shop, right? By this guy, because I'm sure they saw her. She's this older woman. She doesn't know shit about cars, tires, or anything like that. I like went in there and like fucking went off on these guys for treating my mom like an idiot. Like, I'm like, give me her fucking tire back. They were like totally trying to rip her off. All she needed was a plug in her tire. And they just like totally ripped her off. And she told me she was all upset about it. And like, if I heard my mom upset, girl, it ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. Like, I will fucking rip your face off if you were fucking mean to my mom. Like, so that was very, very hard. I feel too as if my mother was disrespected during her last days. Yeah, my mom was disrespected during, and I'm sorry to hear that, Zizi, because that's like a horrible feeling. It really is. My mom was disrespected during the last 3 years of her life. So you can imagine the anger I have towards this girl. Whew. Whew. So thank you, Lane. Appreciate that. It's very hard to do. But if that's something you guys would be interested in, like a series like that, let me know. I was going to do like maybe a poll or something on my channel because, I know a lot of you guys have disconnected from your families and it's not easy at all to do. But just know that like you're not alone and you will find it's amazing, right? We kind of found another family, right? My husband and I. It's like, the people that we travel with every weekend when we're, away for hockey during the hockey season, like those people are like becoming like our family. Like you'll find another place to belong and fit in and eventually, whether it's like through your kids or whatever, through work, or you go out there, like you're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. I think that's what so many people fear, is cutting off their family, thinking that it's going to make them feel like they're just going to be alone for the rest of their life. And that's just not the case. What happened to CK? Sorry, I missed her comment up there. Let me go back up. Ooh, is that a bee? Sorry, I hate bees. Did you have family that didn't even mention your son's passing? Oh my God, you did, CK? I had a sibling. Wow. I can't even imagine that, CK. That has to be extremely hurtful. Ugh. Wow, Kathy. Jesus. How do you like not acknowledge that? Oh my God. Wow. Well, there's, there right there is good reason to not ever speak to those people again. I don't know if this is the one. that I was going to show you guys because I got a little sidetracked here, but.
You're the only person I follow.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm the only person you follow. Okay, I am live then. All right. There I am. Okay, I am back. Woo. She's right here. So me and my husband just went out for I'm
not sure if this is
a romantic dinner.
Bullshit. I don't know if there's one. I don't even know if I saw this one. Hold on. Okay, I seen it. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the one with Gina getting thrown on.
My imaginary husband over there.
Also went out for a romantic meeting at a car dealership.
Yeah.
Look, somebody asked me the other day, I don't know, obviously, for 100% certain whether they're like together anymore, but I was sent some pretty convincing evidence that they are not living in the same home. I'll put it like that.
Yes. Adrian, when we stopped at Rite Aid, besides the lube and everything, did you get me some,
Wait, did she just say besides the lube and everything, or am I hearing things? Hold on a second.
Yes. Adrian, when we stopped at Rite Aid, besides the lube and everything, did you get me some,
Oh my God. What did I just listen to? Girl, why do you need lube? I don't even want to know. Is he like into the butthole? That we could never mind. We're just not even gonna go there.
I know you didn't get lube.
We're gonna pretend we didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if you did.
I got heartburn. Do we have anything for heartburn in there?
Probably.
Maybe I have it in here. I should have it in here.
What is with the weird motion?
What's everything going on? Nope. What's going on? What are you doing? Hey, Justy. What the fuck is this? Is this it?
He is gross. Look, dude, I'm telling you, like, the most convincing evidence that I'm pretty sure they're living separately, which whatever, dude. I don't know. Maybe they're still happily married and living separately. Maybe that's what they need to do to make their marriage work. I don't know.
There it is.
I just find it funny because this is somebody who's, again, always talking shit about other people's marriages, right? And then it's like, dude, like, come on, girl, you're lying about your own, but you're gonna sit here and talk shit about everybody else's. I mean, nobody would care about it if you didn't attack other people's.
Omeprazole. Okay, so Gina's telling fibs again. Yeah,
Wait a second. You could get a whatever the fuck that I could never say that word. Mazaprol, whatever it is, over the counter. Why are you holding a prescription?
is telling lots of fibbies.
You don't need a prescription for that anymore.
I can't find them. We brought them back food, you know.
Dude, Mazaprol, whatever it is, unless they have a prescription, but I'm pretty sure you don't need to get a prescription anymore. I take it, so the lube is for the Lululemon clothes. Oh my God.
So first we caught her lying last night.
Again, no vetting into these people that she becomes best friends with.
Saying, oh yeah, I just got done talking to Princess. They're lying. That never happened. We actually called Princess.
Oh, all of a sudden she wants to talk to Princess again after she says he was on a timeout. Dude, like, I just want to let you guys know this. This is not normal to put a friend in timeout, dude. That's not normal behavior, okay? Like, you don't put a friend in timeout. That's like treating a grown adult like a human. She says it in one of these clips. So she's like, oh, Princess is, I got to take him off his timeout. Like he's a child. Like, that is so fucked up, dude. Her nose is trying to leave her face. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame it, but.
Princess.
Oh my God. Sorry about the terrible music.
Princess is like, no.
Do you think Princess would even tell her if he talked to Gina? Because I don't. I think he would lie all day.
No. I haven't talked to her in almost a month.
Yeah, her Airbnb is totally shut down. Hers is.
What are you going to believe?
Which is another weird thing, right? It's almost like her husband set her up with like a stream of income, right? With the Airbnb at her house. Why do they have two separate accounts if they're married, if they're a married couple? Why wouldn't it all be under one account? So like there's a lot of clues that are pointing to they're living completely separate lives. I mean, besides the obvious ones that it's like she's always vacationing by herself. You barely hear them in the background, you know. I mean, there's a lot of clues that we could see with our own eyes, but I was sent even more convincing clues. Yeah, she needs an RX.
And now
Or cocaine.
I just found out that she is saying that Justin said that I said I was gonna take a bottle of pills because I lost my YouTube channel.
So I don't know if you guys were around. Some of you guys might not have been around at this time, but that doesn't surprise me because years ago when she was friends with Alicia went up on Diane's channel when she was friends with her, okay? And that night, Oni ended up calling 911 because she had shut her phone off. And the last thing she had said to people was that she was going to take a bunch of pills and off herself. And so he called 911 and did a welfare check on her, okay? Because they were concerned because nobody could get in touch with her. So it wouldn't surprise me if she said this.
I
Oh my God, this music is awful. I apologize.
sincerely doubt Justin would ever fucking say something like that.
That's why we call him Diet Oni.
Because number one, that never happened. And the thing is, that
The thing is
made me realize, yeah, I know. Everybody knows that I'm really against offing yourself.
oh, really? Mm.
We were just talking
Well, we all know that you're too in love with yourself to ever do that, but
about Mary Onison, and I've said a million times,
what?
if I ever die, trust me, I never killed myself, nor did my husband do it. Plus, I have guns. Why would I take pills? What am I going to do? Take heartburn pills?
I don't think this is the one I was thinking of because she was talking, it might be on the other channel, that Diane channel, because she was talking about the Airbnb and how that person now all of a sudden was like sent there as a mole or something.
You idiot. Yeah, no, what she's trying to do is make me think that
Zizi, she needs not only a visit to the salon, but a visit to like the shampoo aisle in Walmart or something.
he's talking shit about me. So not only is she trying to get between me and Princess, but now trying to start trouble with me and Justin.
You brought her in, girl. Nobody feels bad for you. Music is awful, dude.
That's what she's trying to do.
And here she is popping pills. Oh my God, dude. I'm like embarrassed to be playing this. Like I feel like my neighbors are gonna hear this shit coming out of my and think that I'm listening to whatever the fuck it is she's playing right now.
Oh yeah, and another thing.
Yeah, dry shampoo would even help. Like, dude, I don't wash my hair every day, but like, I mean, I try to at least put dry shampoo in it.
Her little
I mean, you have like thin hair to begin with. It has a tendency to look very greasy very quickly. So you need to stay on top of that shit.
well, I mean, she only has like 2 people watching her. They're like, oh, you can become a life coach at home online. Yes, that is true. But guess what? I have over 5,000
This is like Friday night roller rink music.
hours of life coaching. Try doing that. So don't ever try and think that you're going to look down on me with my life coaching. I've been very effective.
She's been very effective at life coaching. Where? She always talks about these life coaching people that she's helped, but like, where are the testimonials? Like, where are these people? Yeah, no, she doesn't even brush her hair. She doesn't do anything to it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, girl.
Oh, God, sorry. Oh, my God, dude. I'm pretty sure she hasn't like grown up past the age of 16.
We're not friends. I don't want anything to do with her.
Tacky fucking fake tulips.
So no, she got caught lying. She literally.
I'm sorry, but that mirror thing is so ugly. Like, I don't know. It's ugly. I'm sorry. It just is.
I didn't know this. But Tizzle and Jilly called last night while me and my husband were upstairs folding laundry. And apparently she was live on Facebook saying, I just talked to Princess and me and Princess are on the same page about Molly Golightly. So I said, hey, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian.
Why don't you call a Princess to see if that's true? And I had Dizzle and Jill on the phone. So Adrian called on his phone.
Oh my God. She needs her husband to do this.
And Princess said, that's not true at all. Because I haven't talked to her.
Oh, now Princess is credible, right? She's constantly trying to discredit this man, but now he's credible.
Like, oh my God. I don't know how long. Because I know that her father died. So I said, so Jill said, I'm going to go live. Will you come on with me, Dizzle? And Dizzle said, that bitch was saying that I'm on heroin. I was like, heroin?
What?
Why would she say something like that?
I'm very confused.
So this is the thing. This is what it comes down to. She showed herself to be a piece of huge trash. Oh, well, I mean, she did come from the street.
Wow. Thought she was your best friend.
Turn this world around.
And then Princess actually took a link last night on Jill's panel.
Did he really? Interesting.
And went through his texts and his calls and said that he had an hour and 45-minute conversation with her from April. He said that
maybe it was during his quote unquote timeout.
he felt like Gina was trying to get in between his friendship with me, and he felt uncomfortable. So that's what you missed on Jill's live last night.
It seems like he's so dependent on these people for like everything. Maybe he'd come to his senses. I need to speed her ass up, dude. This isn't the clip I wanted to show, but whatever. I just can't with this movie.
So amazing.
We have to skip. I can't.
And she's now a druggie. And I don't like the lies. She's a liar.
All right.
She's getting thrown all over the place with the lies. So she's a liar, and she's a pig, and
here we go. The smear campaign.
She's now a druggie. And I don't like the fact that she tried to paint herself as this goody-goody. Oh, I barely drink, Marissa. And he says that, he drinks all the time. He says that we have to get high to get up with me. You want to follow her after hearing the full Navy vet story?
Oh, you could tell he was told to say that? Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, that was birth test.
Sorry, I don't feel bad for this person who gave Gina all this money because, like, all you need to do is go look at like her YouTube page or her Twitter page, and I mean, you would know not to give that person money.
That's okay. She's saying this is the best part. So this is gonna be the best shit show ever.
God.
She's following Mallory's footsteps. Not everybody unfollowed Mallory when they found out what a fucking pig she was. Think this.
That didn't happen though.
Guess what? She thinks she found a home with Queen Bee. Vinny G's over there. Just wait.
See, if she's gonna continue to talk about people on YouTube, then people here should know what she's saying, I think.
Oh, I'm so glad I found a home over there with Queen Bee. They don't like you. They don't like Mallory either. Vinny G's over there. They don't like your kind.
You're kind. She's so salty.
They don't like you. Oh, I need a place to go where I can tell my story. No, none of us ever thought that was a good idea. You're going into the lion's den, sweetheart. Not a good idea.
She's clearly still watching over here.
Well, go ahead. Vinny G let her have it. I saw a clip. I heard Laura played a clip. Listen, in this life, in this world, do you think everyone's going to like and accept you?
Speaking of clips, I heard Laura played a clip of her dumbass recording in the. Did she bring a bodyguard? Am I understanding this right? Why did she bring a bodyguard to court? Anybody? Yeah, she's so salty.
You better get used to it. That's not how life goes. I've heard Marissa to be blamed for everything, but I've never heard of Marissa being blamed for making someone prostitute. What? Is my mouth on the floor right now?
No, but it was a couple of weeks ago.
Is she saying that I made her prostitute?
This is definitely not the clip I had in mind, and I don't know where it is.
What? What?
Well, Gina's officially under the bus.
She said she had to sleep with an old man? I don't know what she said. I don't watch her.
Sure, Jan.
No. Stop it.
It was her friend's
You didn't know it was
boyfriend or husband, I think. No. She took a picture of her with this big guy. I don't think that was her friend's, because we looked at the Instagram and it was not the same guy. There was a picture of her with a friend and then a guy that looked like it was her husband. And then I heard that she hired a bodyguard, which is really funny because, you know, Mrs. Tough Guy over here, you would think like she could take on Melissa Schumann, right? She claims that the bodyguard or something, this is what I heard. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that she said that the bodyguard recorded the court, which why would he? That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't either. It says add this to the list. Strategy pen, right? Maybe you're confused? Oh, well, I guess you must be.
Like this tough guy who's always like, oh, I fight people. I ain't scared of nobody. Blah, blah, blah. You hired a bodyguard. Why? She wants to look like she was famous. That's very possible.
Not only that, but you're also telling people that I'm taking bottles of pills because I can't cope with losing my YouTube channel. I'll tell you what. I'm about to take a bottle of pills of this omeprazole because of this fucking heartburn. Can I call you? I guess.
That's not how it works. Didn't she just take one? She just popped a pill like 5 seconds ago. Now she's taking another one?
Well,
Dude, she just popped a pill during this.
yeah, we're all on drugs. Yeah, this is for heartburn, bitch.
Oh my God. All right. I can't listen to her singing. This is not the clip I was thinking of, but whatever. The only guarding that body is little Debbie. Yeah, she is delusional. I heard this other clip of her that, like, I think Queen Bee played it, and she's talking about, she's on the plane, and they make an announcement on the plane that it's like, oh, we have a special someone on the plane, and she gets up, and it was like somebody's birthday, and she's like, oh, who cares if it's somebody's birthday? I'm like, wow, you are such a fucking narcissist, dude. Like, seriously? Wow. Who hired a bodyguard to go into civil courtroom, I'm assuming. And well, that's what I'm saying. Why would you I don't understand. You take one a day in the AM and one at bed, harsh on the kidneys. But Pug, whatever she just took 2 of them during this live, like 10-minute clip. That's just ignorant. No, it doesn't work like that. Mrazopol, whatever the fuck, Prilosec, I'll call it, is like a preventative. It's not like a cure. It's a preventative. You're supposed to just take it. I take it too. But yeah, like, why would you need a bodyguard in a courtroom? I don't even understand that. I saw Molly's neck on the milk carton missing. Yeah. I heard she's got the bodyguard because she was so sure TMZ would show up at the courthouse. Oh my God. But what were they gonna do? Like, hit her? I don't get it. I don't get why she felt like. I guess she just wanted to look like she was a somebody. Who knows? That's sad. Girl, I'd be saving your money because I don't think you're making that much money on Kick. Wasting it on a bodyguard. Where's Walter, the most dangerous man in the world? Why wasn't he her bodyguard? Mrazopol. She's like, this is my Mrazopol. Why are you getting a prescription? Ooh, there's a bug on me. Get off. Why would you get a prescription for that when it's sold over the counter? I just don't understand. Lorazepam, that could be it. Isn't that like I don't know what that is. I'm not even going to pretend I know what that is. Is that like I don't know what that is. Something for mental problems. Oh, so I want to show you guys this. This has nothing to do with anybody on here, but, well, I saw this morning. This was so disturbing. Hold on a second. Do any of you guys follow Teen Mom? Sorry, did I say Team Mom? Sorry. This guy, Ryan. Hold on a second. Ryan Edwards. So he was the husband, the father, I should say, to one of the babies on the first season of like Teen Mom, right? When 16 and pregnant. Dude, you got to see what this guy did to the house. I've never liked this guy, but I like him even less now. You got to see what he did to this house. Hold on a second. For any of you who followed this show, I don't know if you guys followed it. I did it back in the day. I don't follow it anymore. I don't even know if it's still on. Oh, it's an anti-anxiety. So he trashed the ex-wife's house. Not the girl that's on Teen Mom, but the new girlfriend that he married. And oh my God, it's so bad. Hold on a second.
Body camera video reveals the moments leading up to the arrest of Ryan Edwards, who appeared frequently on MTV's Teen Mom reality show.
I don't know if they show the whole thing on here, so hold on a second. I can never say Mrazopol, whatever it is. Look at what he did to this house. That's the refrigerator, dude. Hold on a second. Of course, my fucking internet sucks. Hold on. I don't open the door. Look what he did to that is the refrigerator.
Now, this video is from...
Look at this. Bro, like, you had to be in a severe rage to do this.
Appeared frequently on MTV's
really
Teen Mom.
Look at this. Just like, I'm just pausing. Look at all the damage. And he spray painted shit on the walls. I mean, it looked like, it reminded me of, what was that murder? Oh, shit. I thought of the name before. Chris something. Not Watts. The other one. Chris. You guys know which one I'm talking about? Dude, he trashed, yes, his own house. And it's his parents' house. His parents own this house. And him and the ex-wife were like getting a divorce. And he went, dude, like, I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this. This house is so fucking trash, dude. Yes, this is his house. Well, it's the wife's house, but it's his parents own the house and they were letting them live in it. And like, I mean, he spray painted Chris Coleman. Thank you, Hope. Yeah, he is still on drugs. I mean, this is just, dude, I never seen anything like this. As they go through the whole house, I don't know if they show it in this video, but holy shit. He knocked the refrigerator over. Do you know what kind of strength it takes to do something like that?
Reality show.
Like this right here. This is one of those big, I mean, French door, refrigerators. Like every cabinet was open. Then they went upstairs and I mean, dude, this had to take an incredible amount of rage to do.
Now, this video is from February 10th. Edwards was later arrested for stalking in violation of an order of protection.
It's so blurry on here. The fucking internet sucks. Sorry. It's so bad, dude.
Police believe Edwards was...
Look at this. The whole, I mean, like every square inch. You guys could kind of see in the corner right here, this spray painting. Like he spray painted all fucked up shit about her on the walls and stuff.
Later arrested for stalking in violation...
I don't know if you could...
of an order of protection.
All right, you see right there? That's what reminded me of the Chris Coleman. This right here is just all spray paint on the walls. So fucked up.
Police believe Edwards was responsible for trashing the house occupied by his estranged wife.
And then they go and arrest him, I guess, at his job. I think he was at his job. I always hated him. Yeah, his parents were always enabling him big time, especially the mom. I feel like the dad has like tried to hold him accountable at times, but the mother is just like the biggest enabler on the planet. And it's really sad. But he's always, I don't know, that guy's always troubled me, even before I'm going back to like the very beginning, he's always just troubled me for some reason. But like, dude, this is so fucking egregious. Like just, it's, oh my God, it's really bad. So they go to his job the next day, right? And they arrest him and he's like calm and cool. Yes, it's Mackenzie. He's just all calm, cool, and collected. And he's like, oh no, he tried to say the house was like that already. Like, dude, like, come on. The spray paint, it's bad, dude. See you later, Lean. Have a good day.
Wife. Edwards was allowed to get his belongings from the house with police supervision. When he was arrested, he told police the house was already in this condition before he got there.
Dude, it's so bad.
What is going on?
Here he is getting arrested.
Turn around. You're in place under arrest.
For what?
Well, for one, you know what you did up here at the house. That's ridiculous.
I did not do that.
I did not do that. Like, who did? Who did? You know what? If the house was just ransacked, maybe I could maybe believe him. But that's like, dude, the spray painting, like, who's going to do that? You know what I'm saying? He's like, I did not do that. No, it was your other personality when you're on drugs.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else did it.
I've got evidence.
This guy has always bothered me. Like when I watched, the first episode before we knew he was on drugs, I always had a feeling he was on something. But before we actually like officially knew that he was like a really bad drug addict, I just like, he had no personality. And I always used to wonder why the girl Macy was attracted to him. You know what just breaks my heart though? Besides the fact that obviously the girl Mackenzie, because they have kids together. Now that girl, I'm sorry. I have a little trouble feeling sorry for her just for the mere fact that like she knew this guy was deep in an addiction before they got married. Okay. He was high on the wedding day, but the girl Macy, I feel bad for her and her kid because like, that's embarrassing, dude. Your dad's doing this and God, just terrible.
Right.
He never had a personality, this guy. Like, this is just a perfect example of like, obviously this kid, not only was he raised in a, the parents have money, his parents, clearly. I'm not sure what they do, but they clearly have money, and they seem like good people, regardless of the fact that they are complete enablers, but they do seem like good, loving, caring parents. And I believe he's an only child too. So I'm sure there was a degree of spoiling that went on in this household. But like, it just goes to show that like, it does not matter the environment that you're raised in or what kind of parents or how much money you have, right? You could end up just crossing over to that side and getting involved and mixed up in the wrong crowd and getting addicted to drugs. Like, this kid had it all, dude. You know, I mean, literally had it all. His parents have money. They're well off. You know, he got picked to be on this show. I mean, like, could have potentially had his own money, but he's just a loser. I mean, he's just a complete fucking loser, this guy. Always has been. And it's like, you could tell his parents tried, but they failed miserably.
Edwards was arrested
Well, I don't know if they failed. He failed.
for violating an order of protection, harassment, and possession of a controlled substance. He'll be in court tomorrow.
You know,
Body
you have-
camera.
Sorry. You have ignorant people on here like Molly Golightly and them saying, oh, you know, drug addicts, that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Anybody, you know, nobody's immune to this. I will not give LB a view, but I will give, I accidentally watched one of her videos this morning, but I love Grace Report, and she shows some of this. I like Grace Report. I always followed her. She's my favorite. But you could actually see some of the messages that he left. I mean, this is just fucking disturbing, dude. I have a
reporters,
trouble.
welcome back to my channel.
I'm sorry. I have a little trouble feeling bad for this girl, though, just because, like, dude, it was beyond clear that this guy was heavily addicted to drugs. There was one episode, I think I actually played some of it on here from years ago, when he was like driving while he was fucked up. I think it was the one when they were going to their wedding or something, and he's like nodding out while driving, and she keeps like waking him up. And yeah, there's something terribly, terribly wrong with this guy, and always has been. Like, this is scary shit, though, because like, drugs or not, I feel like there has to also be some type of mental problem going on here, that you have this much rage in you. And like, thank God it was just this and not him like harming her or the children. You know, this is scary shit, though.
Yesterday, we posted a video about the damage left behind when disgraced former Teen Mom OG star Ryan Edwards destroyed the marital home that he shared with his estranged wife, Mackenzie Standifer, and their children. So now what I've got for you today is a video of Mackenzie walking in and just seeing all of that for the first time. And so I figured, why not watch it at the same time as you guys per usual. So I did catch like a couple of seconds. I know that other
dude, like, just look at this. I mean, not only did he like just, you know, his kids, I mean, they're young, and thankfully, you know, they might not remember this in such great detail, but you know, did you even think about your
very
children?
beginning? She walks in and claims to have not known about his like drug addiction and stuff like that until the day after marrying him, which we all know is not true, right? But anyway, regardless, let's watch the video together.
Okay, even if she did know about his drug addiction, not until the day after she married him, you know, you're still in a position where you could get the marriage annulled. I mean, this is some fucking, I do feel bad for his parents, even though I do believe that they're enablers and they're always defending him, you know. I do feel bad for them, because they do seem like good people who tried, you know. But he's just a spoiled brat. I think, you know, maybe that's part of the problem, though. They overindulged him. I don't know.
We'll talk about it as it goes. I don't know what part of the house this is. I think this is the basement, because I'm seeing a different fridge in a different area. Like, oh my goodness, this man really went through every single floor and just tore everything up. Like, he has so much hate in his heart to do this to his parents' house, to the house that his children live in, right? Let's go.
On New Year's Day.
Look at this.
So we've had issues for a long time. Ryan has severe substance abuse issues that I found out about the day after we got married.
Which, of course, we all knew was not true. Ryan was nodding off on his way to that wedding. Mackenzie took the steering wheel and asked him if he was popping the Xanny bars.
Yep, she did.
So for her to go ahead and tell the cops that she had no idea until after the marriage is simply untrue.
It doesn't matter anyway.
But I digress. Let's continue along.
6 years ago. All of that was on.
I'm surprised their relationship lasted that long.
Television and everything.
Look at this. I mean, dude.
So I stayed and tried to help. You know, I was 20. And it just got to be too much. Yeah, I've done the jail thing, we've done the rehab thing several times. I had our kids alone. He was in rehab.
So there was in one of these videos that I watched, like he has some connection to the judge in the case. So like the judge keeps kind of giving him a break. And it's like, dude, I don't know what's going to change this guy. You know, children and I mean, all the things, the support of his family, if nothing changes this guy, like there's something wrong with him.
And
do you guys see the way the toys are broken? This is like a little baby stroller that's all torn up and stuff. There's another one tossed aside.
Just imagine there. I don't know where the other video is because I think in this video it just shows the whole like this part of the house. Hold on, I'm gonna go through a little bit more. But the video from upstairs, yo, there's like huge fucking like person. Oh, it is this one. All right, there's like huge holes in the wall. Hold on.
No, what are you sorry for, Mackenzie? You remember what I told you last time we were out here, right?
God.
We're here to help, and this is not a situation anybody should have to be dealing with or going through. If you were to make just wild guess,
you're right,
where would you think he would go?
maybe his parents.
Okay, where does that at?
We're gonna go down to the Bobcat house.
Look at this room, you guys. It's like a hoarder's like place or whatever. Like this is awful, awful, awful. Everything has just been pulled out and thrown around, like just the writing on the.
Oh, you're right, Sarah. I agree. You know, I agree. His parents are huge time enablers. I mean, especially the mom. She's bad.
Well, look at the hallway. Oh my God.
Get that one rifle that's in there.
Jesus.
That in your car.
You know, earlier it was.
Wait, hold on. I think they passed the whole. Sorry, I was looking down because there's a bee flying near me.
That in your car.
Hold on. Oh no.
Look at the hallway. Oh my God.
Get that one rifle that's in there.
Jesus.
That in your car.
I mean, like, look at this. The kids' rooms.
You know, earlier it was said that the kids' room were untouched, but it looks like he threw a bunch of laundry in there too. Like they did not escape his wrath. And earlier we saw their toys broken. Oh my God.
Look at the hole. It's covered up on the right side. You guys see this? Look at this. Right here. This is a huge fucking hole in the wall. Like, do you understand? Like, I don't know what, if he threw something at the wall, if he punched it, I don't know. But this, and then this little thing right here is holes in the wall.
Another what?
Look at this. Look at the fucking size of that. And then it looks like, I don't know, it looks like there's like a wire. It's hard for even me to see on this. It looks like there's like wires or something. Like maybe there was like a lighting, like a sconce or something on the wall and he ripped it out. I mean, this is like scary. This is scary shit.
Yes.
Look at the tables turned over. So this is like a big farm table right here. I know it's like probably hard for you guys to see because it's even hard. I'm on my laptop and it's kind of hard for me to see. But right here, if you guys can see where my mouse is moving, this is a table, like a big farm table that probably seats like 8 to 10 people. Okay. Flipped over. It looks like I don't know if I could really see it. I don't know if the legs were ripped off. So like the legs to the table, like there's a solid table right here. One leg's there. I don't know if the other leg is either ripped off. When I saw it earlier, it looked like I don't know, from the perspective, it looked like one of the legs was actually like just bent or something. But like there's all shit underneath the table, which I'm not sure if that's the chairs, you know, or whatever, but they're all broken. You can see in the background right here where my mouse is, if you guys can see it, this is the refrigerator, dude. I mean, like, dude, this guy literally flipped the refrigerator over, like not flipped it over, like tilted it down and it's leaning on the kitchen island. And then every cabinet in the kitchen's open. I mean,
Sir.
Just think about one person having the ability to do all of this. you know, the holes in the wall, the spray painting, the refrigerator, the table being flipped over, the downstairs being a wreck, the upstairs being, I mean, this is sick.
Is that paint all over the furniture too and all over the...
Oh, there's the leg for the thing. See how it's bent? It's like broken. So it's like he flipped the table over and maybe like stomped it down or something. And then I'm assuming these are the chairs. It's very hard.
Floors. Man, that guy is nuts. He's nuts. And the fact, you guys, not only did he get out on bond after this, but his parents showed up to the bail hearing.
Yep.
This is why he's...
I mean, there's just shit. Look at all this shit on the floor, dude. Look at this. I mean, yo, you had to be in a fucking absolute rage to do this.
Like this, dude.
The fridge alone, dude. Do you know how heavy these refrigerators are and how hard they are to move?
Is this going to be the rifle?
No, that's an airsoft gun.
Oh, they found an airsoft gun. Wow.
Oh my God. The way my skin is crawling just looking at that. It's just so horrible. So sad. Look at her. Jesus. Imagine you're coming home from work to see your house like this, all because you decided to divorce your...
Oh, so here's all these like crazy writings he did on the wall.
Your husband who was so mean to you and allegedly violent and whatnot.
So you want a cute apartment?
For you. Hang on. I don't know who this lady is. Hang on. Let me go back to what it says on the wall. So I'm trying to read this with you guys. So it's a list, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First of all, I do have to say I'm surprised he can count to 5.
Dude, like this is wow.
I moved in, be done with Zach and lied. Number 2, cheated on me and had a child. Who had a child behind your back? Mackenzie didn't. What? 3, first jib something boss.
Now who's gonna do this?
I can't read his handwriting. So I work. Number 4, sending pies of guy of your cat. Oh, pics to the guy of your cat. Oh, you found us something. Number 5, but I let all that S go when you stopped making. It's when I really knew. Okay, whatever. So this is his manifesto of why he's doing.
Dude, like look at that.
This, he's accusing her of having cheated with someone, and oh my God, I don't know how.
Oh my God, why is there 3 beats?
Jesus, this is a lot. I knew when. You did this to yourself. I don't care.
Dude, there's a knife. Do you guys see this? There's literally right here a knife like stuck in an envelope and then the spray paint. Oh my God, dude. This is like fucking old. I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy needs to be locked up in a fucking mental institution or something. Like this is not this is not just drugs. This is more than just drugs right here.
You lied to everyone. Like there's a lot. Good, I know you knew. Holy this is
like how does this happen to somebody? His parents need to get him more than fucking help. Meth would do that, maybe. I mean, I think though, even with meth, there's some underlying mental issues with this kid. There's just again, I always felt like there was just something off about him. Something in his eyes. Like there's just something off about this guy.
Now, the way he left an envelope out there with that knife on it, you guys. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What's in the envelope, I wonder? Yeah. Wow, this is so scary, dude.
It is. Can you imagine coming home to this?
Imagine you were just minding your own business. What?
That's a lot of fucking right. Just think of the amount of time this all took, too. You know, like most of the time, like when people rage out, it's like a quick, you know what I'm saying? Like rage, and then it's like over. Like, dude, the amount of time this guy spent raging out is scary. Fucking scary. Thank God she wasn't home when this was going on.
Walking your dog, and the windows are all smashed out of your neighbor's house, and you look in, and the man is spray painting. He's throwing things over, like just destroying the house. He's writing paragraphs and dissertations on the wall like this, like a whole.
Oh, she needs to do more than just cut ties. She needs to like get a fucking restraining order against this guy. I mean, look at his eyes. I don't know. His eyes always bothered me. He looks like there's something wrong with him.
Oh, maniac. Imagine witnessing this. Look at these eyes. Just these dark, soulless eyes. Guys, please, 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 please. Today's his hearing. I hope they just lock him up and throw away.
So from what I understand, I think he's now was like sentenced. And that's how I originally found this story, because his sentencing, like a video with his sentencing came up in my feed, and they put him in jail for, I think it was like 60 days or some shit like that. Not even in my opinion, enough time. You know, this guy's in serious fucking, I don't know, trouble, whatever he's doing. So sad.
Away the key. He doesn't need to be outside anymore. Yeah, the fact that he could do this to his children's home is enough for me. Yeah. He shouldn't be free. He really shouldn't, honestly. He is such a danger, not only to Mackenzie, but to his own kids
and to himself. I mean, shit.
This point.
And other people. We all saw the video of him driving under the influence, nodding out. I mean, he should have been locked up for that. This guy's scary.
He even wrote on the fridge.
He's always disturbed me. Like, since I started watching the show, and when Macy, the first girlfriend was, or baby mama, was with him, I just, there was something about him that just disturbed me, like always. So this guy needs, I don't know. I hate to say this about anybody, but like, this is the type of person where it's like, this family would be in a much better position if he just took his own, life, like, because this guy is dangerous, clearly.
For F's sakes, you guys, right?
And his poor kids, like,
destroying his kids' property, their bedrooms and stuff. They've got,
and not for nothing, his parents, I mean, again, they're enablers, but they seem like nice people, and they shouldn't have to put up with this. I don't know what I would do in their position, when it's like your only son, your only child, you did everything you could to try to raise him and bring him up the right way, and you don't want to give up on him. I feel terrible for parents that have to deal with children with addictions. It's horrible.
Got nowhere to go but like to live with her family, which she's lucky to even have family around. A lot of people don't have family around, right? Like, geez, or live locally or whatever. Like, that's really brutal stuff. Like, that guy is evil. He truly is.
He was the only normal one.
I just felt so.
I mean, not that Macy's abnormal. I always liked her, but
heartbroken for Mackenzie.
Thank God the guy she's with now seems like a totally normal, good dude.
Watching her do the walkthrough of that house, like,
that's kind of what happened.
That must have been just absolutely devastating. But again, today is Brian's hearing. Let's all just hope and pray that.
So yeah, as far as I understand, he did get locked up and he's going to be in jail for a bit, but I don't know. I think this guy is I just think this guy is messed up. No, you don't put them before your grandchildren. He's really disturbed, this guy. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna have to end this though, because my son, speaking of children, mine will be getting home soon. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, say hi. Let those who ordered recently know. I will try to get your orders out at the end of the week, hopefully, or early next week at the latest. But anyway, all right, guys, I am gonna call it a day here. I'll be back this week, and I will catch up with you guys again. I hope everybody has had a great Mother's Day and have a good rest of your Monday. All right, I'll see you guys soon.